Yeah, it's really a historic moment to be here and to announce the really first full functioning industrialized urine separation toilet. And it might be strange to you that the designer is presenting such strange things here on a pedestal, but I walk through with you together and we see together where it comes from. SAFE is the name of the project, and together with the team at Laufen, we worked as well hard on finding the right name for a groundbreaking product. He's in a way also a father of this project. It's Bill Gates. And in 2011, he asked the best scientists of the world to come up with new ideas for a new reinvented toilet. What Bill Gates was saying is that we have a 200-year-old technology and we have to reinvent it, especially for the urban poor. And so eeos was joining the program in 2011 with Swiss Airwac, and we started to work on new technologies for a family toilet, which you see here in a field test in Nairobi. What you see here in the slums of Nairobi is an extremely social problem. It's 2.5 billion people in the world which have no or not a safe access to sanitation. And the diagram which you see here is a dashboard of the Earth systems. It was first published in the scientific paper Nature. It's by Johan Rockström and others. And it shows the planetary boundaries. And we all know that climate change is one of the boundaries of the Earth system. But even more dangerous is the nitrogen and the phosphorus cycle. And another red area is the genetic diversity. And this is a diagram which shows the amount of urine and wastewater. So it's less than a percent. So in roughly 180 liters of wastewater, we have 1.5 liters of urine of a person per day. And the interesting thing when we go back to the nutrient problem is that in urine, there is 80% nitrogen, there's 80% of potassium, and roughly half of the nutrients coming from phosphorus. So we see if we split the 1.5 liter, we have almost really most of the nutrients captured. Do we have a nutrient problem in Europe? Yes, we have. This is a map by the Stockholm Resilience Institute, which counts about 60 dead zones in coastal areas in Europe. So all the red dots are endangered coastal areas. A dead zone is a zone where the nutrients they help to grow algae in the coastal areas. Then they become more and more, then they die, and when they die, the microbes are using all the oxygen, and then these areas become hypoxic. That means there is no more oxygen in the water. Everything is dying. So during the course of working with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, we came up with a technology which we call the urine trap, which is first industrialized by Laufen. And when we look back into technologies which captured urine in the toilet, you see that they have a kind of front bowl with a wall, and usually feces and other things collected in the front area. This was really causing that this technology was not adapted and rolled out. So the system that we are using is called the teapot effect. So you all know that when you pour out tea, and you do it slowly, then the tea runs around the corner. And exactly this we know, this we use in order to collect the urine. And the other edge is when the fluids are running faster, then they run over the edge. So the urine is captured just with this kind of separation edge. And then the rest of the flush water is just used in order to flush the siphon. this seems to be very technical, but what is behind is really a very pure and basic design process. So we did a lot of thermo imaging, and we really tried to understand how it works. So when people pee and where they pee, and so this is one of the tests that we did. We did this also in India for squatting. This is a diagram which shows the velocity of urine. And all this kind of research has been collected in this little device here, which we call the urinator. And so this is a device you bring on the toilet seat, and then you fix it to water, and then you can have the stream of a woman or the stream of man. And with this device and the help of the development team at Laufen, we were able to really come up with a very efficient front part of the toilet. And you see here, but you see the film inside our booth here. So it's a very efficient separation of the urine and a very efficient use of the flush water in order to clean up the front area. I think that the really breakthrough is that you don't see any design. You know, all this kind of design process, which we have undertaken since 2011, comes really as a very normal toilet inner bowl. And of course, there is some piping outside because we have to bring the urine pipe on the side and have a siphon as well to integrate. So it's I think it's a very elegant shape which just hides all the technology which is behind. And I think this is really one of the key parts of sustainable architecture in the future. So if architects think about really forward-thinking architecture, they will think about also the front end of the systems. When you ask yourself, what are we doing then with the collected urine? So this is a funny image of a company which is called Wuna. So they are building reactor, and this is a mobile reactor for festivals, where of course they collect lots of urine. And with this reactor they are able to produce fertilizer, which has a license in Switzerland to be applied to agriculture as well. And the reactor produces also 1/10 is fertilizer, and 9/10 are distilled water, which you can still use for flushing. So from the urine you get 9 of 10 parts to really be brought back and save flush water. So this is the product. And this is a poetic image of the kind of nitrogen flows in 3 areas. So one area is the coastal waters. The area in the middle is our wastewater treatment systems. And the area on the right side is the agriculture. And you see there is a lot of nitrogen in the agriculture. And in this mode that it runs, it recovers nitrogen. And you know, this is this kind of circular logic that we have to bring into wastewater system. We have to bring the nutrients back to agriculture, go a little bit down with the industrial fertilizers, and as a result we have safe coastal waters. I would really say thank you very much to Laufen to really buy into that project and help us in a very quick development process with all their power to make that happen, and now to present a solution to really a difficult challenge in our environmental systems. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Harald. Design takes on human survival. It's an example where the designer, as usual, designs the user interface, because who is closer to the user and the technology than the designer. It's bringing together architecture, scientists, technology, investors, so the industry. And we, as I said, assume that responsibility because we cannot leave it to the next generations to solve our problems. To do all that, we are here at the bathroom fair, and we have, as always, I would say, amazing new products to show to the bathroom world, where we work with the best designers in the world, not again just to do another collection or another product. It's about redefining the bathroom, the spaces, and how to use them. We have launched here in Frankfurt in 2013 SaphirKeramik, a new recipe, a new material that has revolutionized the bathroom. The trends have been set by Laufen, and now in the 2019 we see that this is not a trend, is a mega trend. That means it stays. Ourselves, we have launched in 2013 the Karte by Laufen collection with this ultra slim material where we explored the architectural capabilities of design. We moved on with Val and Ino, Konstantin Gricic and Thorn in Nguyen, that we show beautiful new products here with extreme solutions for different typologies of rooms. We had the third generation that we pre-launched in Frankfurt 2 years ago and now completed as a collection, Sonar by Patricia Urquiola. We gave a texture, we gave tactileness, but we also created again new typologies of wash basins and therefore set the trends. After that, I would say very progressive and I want to say ultra modern journey, we came to the fourth generation of SaphirKeramik, and after all that I believe the time was right to do something classical, to do something not less modern, because I believe for two reasons. Thanks to the material, but also thanks to the designer. It's an ultra modern product that has a timeless character and therefore again fulfills responsibilities of long living products. And together with Marcel Wonders, that we are dating back the relationship in previous projects, we show here a complete collection for the bathroom, including SaphirKeramik, toilets, furniture, faucets, mirrors, and accessories. Marcel, please, a few words on the project and how things like this can come into existence.
Does this work? No. Maybe it doesn't work. We were, quite a while ago, we were working on a hotel project in Doha. And if we do projects, we like to feel that we're major league. We like to feel that we don't want to do a design that, you know, at the end there's a wallpaper and maybe there's a chair. We want to be the part of the success of the project. We want to make sure that people come to the hotel because we designed it, and it's really a part of the uniqueness of the project. And as you see, we go way out. We really push hard because we believe that people like something different. I believe there's people that want to stay in a hotel that feels like a home, and there's quite a few hotels like that. There's people who want to be in a place that, you know, does not feel like home. It feels like something different. They go there for 1, 2, 3 days, 5 days, and they want to experience something unique. That's what we try to do in all our projects, and we go way out with crazy stairs, but that also means that, you know, we draw up stuff that goes into the rooms, and of course the bathing experience, especially in hotels, is relevant. It's important. And for this project, we designed a special bathtub, and While looking for someone that could realize that, of course, we bumped into you guys, to Laufen, and that was our first work together. So for a while, we've been detailing and working to get this done for one project. So you can imagine how special that is. And it was a fantastic experience, I think, for both of us. To the extent that at some point we decided, okay, let's do something more. Now, this is the result. We do interiors and we do product design, and we learn from both. So I do believe that a lot of the things that we see today in bathrooms, they look architectural, and that's wonderful. But I do think that an interior has a different atmosphere to share with people. So when we looked at the whole collection of Laufen, we understood there is that architectural fundament. We like to, as we do in interiors, we like to be important to the company. We like to do something that is new to them. I do believe that the things that we make are my baby. We make babies together with the company. Obviously, I'm the mother and the company is the father. It's my role to make sure that by the time the baby is out, the father understands it's his baby, right? We all know why. So the best you can do is put the genetic formula of both father and mother, pick the best parts and bring that forward. For me, it was important to do to make a collection that would stand the test of time. In all the design that we do, I'm trying to find ways to make things that last forever. Modernism has taught us a few things, and one of them is that the past is irrelevant to the future. The past is not something you look at if you make the future. What does that mean for the things we create today? It means that tomorrow they're irrelevant. And it's a fundament of a throwaway society. I'm trying with my studio since 30 years to find a way to make things that at the moment that they are new, they're not new. Because there is nothing that grows all more fast than the new. We try to make things where the qualification of new does not exist. We try to do things that are just great, good, majestic, beautiful, but new is not the word that we like because it is the least sustainable quality anything can have. And so we try to pick from the past and bring forward. I love to live between my mom and my daughter, hold both hands and sit in the middle of that. So for me it was logic to try and find a way with Laufen to do something that for them is new and for us is new. To do a collection that feels it has no time inside. It is classic in its look, it's cultural in its heritage, and you feel something that you wouldn't call new, because new is not the word to describe things that will last forever. We are super happy with the result. We do a lot of projects. If a project is great, we do good projects, we're not so bad. But if it's great, it's always because we have worked with a company that really has pushed hard, that really made shit happen. And this project has been a project like that. I mean, I cannot thank Laufen enough for working together in such a wonderful way. We have a fantastic collection with a material that does unprecedented quality. And I hope we're all gonna see it a lot and use it a lot and shit on it a lot and enjoy it while doing so. Thank you. Thank you.
We cannot thank you more,
Thank you.
Marcel, for these beautiful new babies
Right,
that
thank
we
you.
got into our family. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you, Gabriele. amazing stuff. Thank you. I think we come to the end, Alberto.
Thank you, Mark. Well, it's not easy and not fair to say something after Marcel talking, no? But I almost forgot what I was going to say because of his magnetic attraction, but I will try to remember, no? Well, we are arriving to the end. Thank you so much for joining us. I think that now you have, some of you, some slots with our guest, so feel free to enjoy the booth today and the rest of the week. Of course, during your stay in Laufen, in Frankfurt, you can say this is going to be your second home. I hope you like the booth. That was really a great idea to build this booth. And some people ask me why. It is really worth to dedicate so much effort to build such a marvel. I said, yes. At Laufen, we aim for perfection. We aim for perfection when creating products. But of course, these products deserve to have the best house also. So that's why all this is about. So you are kindly invited to share these days with all of us here, and also kindly invited to visit us in the next stop, which is going to be in 1 month in Salone, a special 40th installation that we are preparing with the New York architects SNARK architecture. That's going to be in Teatro Arsenale in District 5 Vie in Milano. I hope to see all of you there. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you.